1, 2, 3.
But I can't help myself. I can't help myself. No, no. Caught up in the middle of it.
Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton, Say Something. Probably my favorite song right now. Absolutely love this song. It's just awesome. Awesome video, too, by the way, so you can check it out. Very good stuff. They're walking through some old, like, cathedral station thingy. I don't know. This is a really, really well-done video. Very, very super cool. 4 ways to help if you're struggling with the law of attraction. Not really sure what I'm going to call this one, but basically there's 4 quick ones. And number 4, I could probably do a whole show on, and I think it's probably the real major key takeaway, and hopefully is helpful in a lot of us understanding where we put roadblocks in our way where we actually think we're trying to help ourselves. Ah, what? No, say it's not so. It is. It's like trying to swim in quicksand. It's a bad idea. So we're going to cover that. We'll get through the first 3 pretty quickly, and then I'll spend a little bit of time on the last guy. One of the things that you got to look at and look for is whether or not you're free from limiting the beliefs. These things will pop into your head. They'll pop out of your mouth. You'll just say them, and you truly won't think anything about it. You won't think there's anything wrong with it. You won't think there's anything that you'll think it's not hurting you in any way, shape, or form. But when I share these with you, and then you realize, crap, I say those things, and then kind of just a quick understanding of how this holds you back, maybe you'll see it differently, hopefully, in the future, because this is a key roadblock. This is, like, of the 4 of these, this is probably number 2 as far as most important. But are you saying things like all the good men are taken, all the good ladies are already in relationships? Or are you saying things like, I don't have the money for that, I can't afford that, or it's too expensive, let's get that? Now, again, you're not looking to go out and spend the money per se, just haphazardly, to try to show the universe, no, I'm wealthy. No, you don't spend what you don't have. But it's when you think that way, I don't have enough money for that. That is not something that supports abundance. That is actually a limiting thought. All the good people are taken. Another limiting thought. Again, I talk about beliefs. These are beliefs that are holding us back. We don't realize we say it half the time. Half the time we don't catch ourselves saying, it's too expensive. What? Again, when we're thinking that way, it's not that you should necessarily spend the money. It's the fact that you're thinking that way. Spend more time on affirmations to try to help maybe ease your way out of this belief, or maybe really truly start to understand that it is an abundant universe, and it gives us what we ask for. And if we ask for lack of money, then we'll get lots of lack of money. If you ask for more wealth and income, start imagining what it would be like to be wealthier, that's what the universe starts to bring to you. It's that simple. And it continues to bring what you think about. Are you letting the universe handle the details? A lot of us try to micromanage all those little steps in between. And there's variance on that. I've had people say, well, what if I'm trying to manifest a date? Am I trying to work out all the details? Well, I mean, you're not looking necessarily as far out as some people, but that's fine. I mean, if that's the direction you're going and you want to get to that first date, and that's really a big marker for you, then yeah, manifest the first date. Don't worry about how you necessarily get all those things going, how you communicate. Don't worry about, should I text them and try to bring it up? Should I write them a letter? Should I send them an email? Like, don't try to worry. It'll come. The thing will come. It will show itself. You guys will just pop into each other's, life for a moment and talk and be like, yeah, we should get together and have lunch. Be like, there's my date. So again, let it happen. Don't worry about trying to make all the details work themselves out, or don't try to figure out all the little pieces. It's kind of like doing a puzzle, right? You want to do the outside of the puzzle, and then the inside starts to build itself, right? So get the outside, get the edges of the puzzle covered. It's so bad for people that have never done puzzles. There's probably a great number of people in our audience that are like, I've never put a puzzle together. I haven't done a lot of them in my life, but we certainly had boxes of them. I just saw it as like, wow, 1,000 pieces of stuff that I need to figure out how to put together. Yeah, it's not rainy enough. I'm still going to go find something more fun to do outside, right? So anyway, I have done a few puzzles in my life. Do you have a high vibration? This is one that gets a lot of us. We walk around grumpy all the time, always frustrated, always grumpy, wondering why grumpy things keep happening to us. What's your self-assess? Do a little, oh yeah, my pulse is racing, right? Like, do a little, how am I feeling inside moment, and say, well, shoot, if I've been grumpy lately, grumpy's what I'm attracting. Again, you can say whatever you want inside your mind. You can play out every thought you want. You can, repeat mantras over and over and over. But if you're basically frustrated, grumpy, and not happy in life while you're doing that, you're not really helping yourself. I mean, you're not hurting yourself by any means, right? You probably are helping yourself a small amount, but it's that negative energy, that negative vibe, that negative feeling that it's putting off to other people. It's certainly not attractive to things. I mean, you really got to try to find ways to love. Like some people maybe get a pet. Some people you go for walks in nature. Some people drawing, writing, all these things will possibly inspire sort of happier feelings. You're doing something that your soul loves to do, and generally speaking, you'll feel better when you do it. That's when you want to be, doing these imaginal works, trying to ask for things, is when you're in that good place, when you feel good. It's a much more effective way to try to manifest. All right, now the big guy, number 4. This one I swear I could do a whole show on, but for your guys' sake, I'm not going to. But have you let go yet? And I've done videos on letting go, and this is really from the standpoint, and I really believe this, and I truly practice this. And a lot of people are always going to ask, well, does that mean I should stop doing the work? Does that mean, when should I stop doing the work? What if I want to still do the work? Is it okay to still do the work? All these questions always get asked to me. There's a lot of people, self-included, that talk about law of attraction, that talk about letting go. The whole concept of letting go is you realize it's done. You realize it's in progress. You realize it's happening and coming to you. When you truly realize it, you don't ask anymore. You don't need to. You don't want to. You don't think about it because you know what's coming. It's like if I call for a pizza, right, to deliver a pizza, and I say, all right, boom, put in the delivery, and they're like, all right, we'll be there in 40 minutes. Do I call them back in 10 minutes and say, it's coming still, right? And then do I call them back and again in another 10 minutes and say, it's actually coming, right? Do you do that? You've already asked for the pizza. You know the pizza's coming. You don't question that. That's the difference. Many of us question whether the pizza delivery guy's actually going to get the pizza to our house. Now, I'll admit, I've lived in places where pizza people had a really freaking hard time finding where I live. In fact, where I am now, there's 2 streets in this complex. It's my condo complex, right? And there's 2 street addresses that are mine, but one's on one street name and the other's on the street name I live on. And they sometimes, go to the other one. Just one of those things. But the big question is when you let go, when you stop asking, when you realize it's coming, that's an internal belief. That's an internal understanding. That's not a game you play. That's not some hocus pocus. That's not some, I say this to myself over and over and over and then I believe it. No, it's like I've done manifesting so many times. I've manifested things so many times. I've accidentally manifested things so many times because I was thinking about something and it was like, oh, crap, whoops. I was totally thinking about that. That's where that came from. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was talking about maybe something kind of negative. And then boom, next day, it happens. I don't go, why is everything not happening the way I want it to? It's like, no, I asked for this. I get it works. I don't question it. That is the biggest difference right there. Now, when you do question it, that starts to put on the handbrake. The more you question it, the more that handbrake is firmly pulled up. The more you understand that this mechanism works. You've manifested little things. You've manifested this over here. You've manifested that over there. Why is this any different? In your mind, why is this any different? If it is different in your mind and you have an answer in your, because of blah, because it's a relationship. It's different. No, it's not different. It's only different because you believe it's different. In fact, the fact that you believe it's different is what is causing it to be different. What you say is what is so. What you believe is how it is. Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's wrong. There is no right or wrong. That's why many spiritual gurus talk in such strange Yoda-like ways, right? I mean, truly there is no right or wrong. What do you believe? That is what is so. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong, left or right, up or down. What you believe is what the case is. So a great example to this concept, and I'm hoping this kind of hits it home, because most of us have a friend, a best friend, whatever. We've got a very close friend in our life, someone that we confide in, someone we talk to, maybe someone that's not so open to law of attraction, maybe they are. but you've got your good friend. You don't think about manifesting a best friend. You don't think about trying to manifest that at all. You don't think about it because you've got it already, because you already have it. So the idea of not having a friend is absurd to you. It doesn't make any sense. You're in resonance with the idea of having a friend, of having a best friend. It's when you focus on the absence of your best friend that you are no longer in resonance of having the best friend. And that is the moment when you're probably looking for a best friend and not finding one. Because you're noticing the absence of it. By noticing the absence of it, you put attention on the absence of it. You create more absence. It's literally that simple. Why does letting go work? Letting go works because you know what's happening and you don't think about it anymore. You don't keep pulling the damn handbrake up every 4 minutes because you look around and you go, but I don't have him yet, or I don't have her yet, or I don't have my new job yet. I don't have the money yet. I don't have the money. I can't afford this. I don't have him yet. There he is, smiling, not looking at me. You keep noticing. You keep focusing on the problem. And then you go, well, I need to do more law of attraction stuff. I need to practice more. So you keep trying to do different techniques because you keep noticing he's not there. So then you tell universe, he's not here. Okay, universe is like, all right, I can make sure that keeps happening. And then you're like, all right, I'm going to imagine us together. Universe is like, all right, trying to bring you guys together. And then the next day you're like, universe, we're not together. Okay, I'll give you more of that. Oh, I'm going to imagine him. Oh, that doesn't work. That's not working because he's not here. Okay, well, I'll try this. I'm going to try this because I believe what I've been doing doesn't work. When what you've been doing works perfectly, and if you would have let go and stopped because you know it works, it'd be happening. Things would be happening. You'd be probably talking to him in a week or whatever. But we keep focusing on the absence of it. You will never make anything go away by looking at it and going, go away, go away, go away. I keep looking at you. I know. I want you to go away. It won't. Never. You want that thing over here to go away. You look over here at where you're going. So I'm going to have this life where, say, maybe what you want to go away is the absence of him not being in your life. So then you look forward and you're like, so yeah, when we're together, we're going to be going to like trips. I can see the trip. Like you and I we're gonna go to Catalina, right? And then we're gonna go down to San Diego. We're gonna spend a day down there, and maybe go to some shops, maybe go to some restaurants, right? Maybe check out the Midway. It's pretty cool, actually. It's an aircraft carrier you can take a tour on down there in San Diego. Very cool. Focusing on where you're going. Now, again, we're going to do that. We are doing that. We're heading in that direction. People can say, well, that's not really positive and blah, blah, blah. Right, but when you're still over here going, I don't have it, and you're fussing about the fact that I'm saying it's going to happen, really, we got a lot to talk about. Big, huge difference. If everything else is working fine and you're not questioning and doubting, then I'd let go. But if you're trying to spin this, if you're trying to turn this frown upside down, then yeah, we're going to be, where are you heading? What would you like to experience? That's what you focus on and think about. That's how you make that go away, where you're absent of them, by focusing on when you're together with them. That's how you create that. And really, all you had to do was think of it, imagine it 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times. That's pretty solid. That's a lot of effort, truly. 1 time is plenty. 2 times is a lot. 5 times is, wow, you're serious about this. Okay. And then let it go. Stop thinking about it. Stop questioning it. Now, if you can't not question it, if you don't have that level of faith in manifesting, well, yeah, you probably should keep doing the work, because you keep undoing it. You keep handbraking yourself every time you go, he's not here. All right, yeah, you should probably keep doing it. In your case, it's not right, not wrong, it's just what it is. You keep putting the handbrake on, you probably want to keep trying to do the efforts. But really, the key is to stop focusing on what you lack and focus on where you're going, and then to a point where you can kind of let go of it and then actually focus on other things that matter in your life, believe it or not. Maybe your job, maybe getting some stuff picked up around the house, maybe what you're going to make for dinner, maybe, who knows, right? But there's other things to think about than getting together in some relationship or getting somebody back together or meeting love, finding your best friend when you keep noticing that your best friend's not there. You can't make something go away by continuing to look at that something. It's one of the hardest parts, but yet the easiest parts about this is it's truly like once you stop thinking about it and start thinking about what you'd like, you actually start to notice things disappear very quickly. It proves itself quickly. So hopefully that gives you a chance to fight this. That best friend thing kind of hit with me when I read that example. I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty cool example. I like that. And really, that could have been this whole show, but I thought the other three were certainly very telling. And also, are you free from limiting beliefs? Like most people that I hear saying things, limiting beliefs and number 4 are really where probably 80%, 90% of our manifesting woes are in those 2 areas. I think the other 10% start to fall in stuff like the video I did yesterday that I'm not bringing up. It's those kinds of things when life situations maybe just aren't appropriate for it. And still, I wouldn't even say that's all 10%. But again, let's not go down that path at the moment. Struggling with the law of attraction, there's ways to fix that. Easy ways, really, from the standpoint of what it is. You're just looking in a different direction. You're looking at a different thing. And life begins to change in amazing, miraculous ways. Going out with a great song by Madonna. It's called Open Your Heart. It's right here on Dan Radio Style.